A lot of times, guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for clicking play. We're about to check out this video of JP reacting to the whole situation with Andrew Tate. But before we do that, I want to show y'all something, because people have been reaching out to me in my messages of him saying certain things about having slaves and those slaves being women and those type of things. Now, I know that you're a fan of him. I actually listen to him, and I think that a lot of the things he say are spot on. But if he is into certain things like locking people inside of his warehouse, which is his home that is heavily guarded to prevent people from getting out, those type of things, I am against that 1000%. But I need more context. If you haven't visited our website to support the channel to ask me about Bang Bang Tea, make sure you do so and click the like button to help move the video.
Email me at smalldickenergy@getalife.com.
What? How's that the first thing you say, JP?
Cheers. Now fully charged on espresso. We're ready to get into this. Andrew Tate is arrested on sex trafficking charges in Romania. We're going to take a look at what happened, and there's also something really fishy to consider about this situation. We're going to take a look at that as well. But first, here's the headline. This coming from the Gateway Pundit. International entertainer and former kickboxer Andrew Tate and his brother were just arrested on sex trafficking allegations. This is in Romania. Here's a question I've always had about Andrew Tate. I posted a reaction video several months ago of him beating a woman with a belt. And I posted that video saying, like, people are celebrating this guy, but here's this video of him abusing a woman. Then I heard other people referencing that video like, well, that was actually just some sort of like consensual dominating sex ritual that she consented to. I don't know the deal, but my eyebrow was raised. Now he's arrested on sex trafficking charges. I don't know if those are valid. I don't know if they're invalid. But here's what's fishy. Just a day or two before Andrew Tate is arrested on sex trafficking charges, he was trolling woke puppet Greta Thunberg on Twitter. Then just a day or two later, he's arrested. A little context filled with my conspiratorial opinions. Greta Thunberg, in my opinion, is nothing but a puppet for the globalists. She specializes in being able to yell at people. She enacts no functional changes, has no beneficial strategies to combat both the climate crisis that she imagines is happening, as well as whatever's actually happening with the planet. So, in my opinion, she's just a puppet being used by globalists to manipulate young people into getting on team globalists.
Wow. So now I got to look into Greta Thunberg. My gracious, I didn't know that she was that horrendous, bro. So she's just a young person with no worries in the world, but likes to attach herself to other people's drama, or just install herself in the drama just to make it worse. And she don't have to deal with it at all. She just go about her merry little day. So, of course, people have an issue with her.
Let's get the social credit scores going. But then just a couple days later, after he's trolling her, he's arrested. Now, you could get conspiratorial and say, like, well, did they, the globalists or whoever, take him out because he was dinging the image of Greta Thunberg? Maybe. Because what makes me actually think that could be valid is several months ago when Andrew Tate was deplatformed off of all social media, it's obvious that there was a coordinated effort by the people.
Yeah, that right there made absolutely no sense to me. I still don't understand it, how someone could be wiped off of every single social media platform. All of them? Even the one that he wasn't even on? How are you going to ban me from Instagram? And I don't even have an Instagram channel. I don't have an Instagram page. What? That makes absolutely no sense. So I understand why he would throw that out there.
People that run the shows to take down Andrew Tate. It's no coincidence that all these various platforms deplatformed Andrew Tate all at once. So there was obviously a coordinated effort to take him down to a degree. That's already a precedent. It's already happened. Then taking him down even further could involve, let's get him arrested. Let's take him out of the equation. I don't know.
Somebody's cooking bacon, and they didn't text me to find out if I wanted some. What in the world is going on around this family? I'm the man around here. Text me to see if I want some daggone bacon. I'm downstairs doing work and nobody texts me to see if I want some bacon. I want some daggone bacon. I eat bacon. I eat pig feet. I eat hog maw. No, I don't. I don't eat pig feet. I might eat hog maw. Oh, depends. If you put it inside some greens or some string beans or something, you know what I mean? Let it just cook for a long time and just the meat just falling off the bone. Yeah. Sorry to mess up the video, guys, but that smells delicious. And it's coming probably through that vent right there. Just teasing me. Just, if this was a cartoon, you would see the smell just going past my nose right now. Remember when the smell used to go past their nose when somebody was cooking, and then they'll lift up off the ground and start floating to wherever the smell was? Yeah, that's where I am right now.
I know that that's the truth, but that's a suspicion that could be at play here. Now, what was he saying to Greta Thunberg? It's pretty good. Let's take a look at it on Twitter. So Andrew Tate tweeted at Greta Thunberg, "Hello, Greta Thunberg. I have 33 cars. My Bugatti has a W16 8.0 L, so a big ass engine.
L quad turbo.
My 2 Ferraris have big ass engines.
My 2 Ferraris got big ass engines.
This is just the start. Please provide me your email address so I can send a complete list of my car collection and the respective enormous emissions." I love that. I love it. And then Greta Thunberg tweeted back, or whoever runs her account tweeted back, "Yes, please do enlighten me. How dare you? Email me at smalldickenergy@getalife.com," which is a really dumb way that she tried to burn him, because email me at smalldickenergy@getalife.com. Like, that's, I'm sure it's not real, but she's pretending that's her email address, which it would imply she's the one that owns the Small Dick Energy. She's the one that needs to get a life because that's her domain name and her email address. So
now, I will say this. When she said, "Please email me," that means that she owns the email. But, yeah, I have to consider this. When somebody is usually naming how much stuff they got and how big the car is and how big the engine is and how much money they got and how famous and how rich they are, that is little dick energy. That's little dick energy. That's little dick energy. Now, I don't know if you understand that or not, but that is what it is. So contextually, she was correct in that part right there. Probably wasn't the coolest way to burn him or come back or anything like that, but it does mean something in certain parts of the world. When people start to be all braggadocious, now I do understand why he was mentioning those things. He wasn't mentioning those things to be like, "Look what I got." No, he wasn't doing that at all. But that's how she took it, because she wanted to just write it off and just be like, "This is Small Dick Energy. I got a whole following. Who's going to agree with me? Ain't that right, ladies? Yay!" You know what I mean? It was one of them type of situations.
Greta Thunberg, not effective at anything in real life, including trying to burn someone who's burning her. Andrew Tate's next tweet with regard to Greta. "Strange as it may seem, there is a teenager out there who believes your government should tax you into poverty to stop the sun from being hot." Yeah, says it pretty well. Not a Greta Thunberg fan. I like authentic people who actually stand for something, not inauthentic people who are being used to manipulate people into something else.
JP, man, you need to tell me your workout regimen, bro. For real. I'm tired of looking super scrawny, and I look scrawnier, when I'm reviewing your videos, because here you got a buff dude standing next to a small, skinny dude, and that's not a good look for me. All right? You're making me look bad, brother. So I need the workout regimen and what you eat. Like, if you eat like 4 or 5 eggs and some bacon, who they leaving me out of the daggone loop? Oh, jerks.
I don't know that Greta knows that's what's happening, but my best discernment is that seems to be what's happening. So was Andrew Tate arrested as part of a globalist plot to protect the image of Greta Thunberg, maybe even retaliate at him for daring to question the authority and the vast knowledge bank of Greta Thunberg, a 19-year-old who yells at people? I don't know. It's a question I'm asking, but The plot thickens even more. Back in April, I believe April 11th to be exact, Andrew Tate was swatted. Basically what that means is someone called the police on him, so the SWAT team comes. Whoever this someone was said, hey, Andrew Tate is holding women hostage against their will. And I want to share a response from Andrew Tate on that, taken months ago. And this was him responding to Tucker Carlson, asking him about that. Like, hey, here's what we heard happened. Was this actually because you were trafficking humans, holding women against their will? What's the deal? Let's take a look at Andrew Tate's response, which, by the way, this video clip comes from the typical liberals' Instagram account.
That the U.S. Embassy in Bucharest, Romania, was tipped off to your misdeeds and alerted the local authorities you might be committing human trafficking. Given that this is the same charge they leveled against Julian Assange or a species of it, skeptical, but I want to know the details. Were you arrested for human trafficking? What happened?
Yeah, I was not arrested. So what happened is I suffered from a case of swatting. It's very popular with people who are large on the internet. Many large YouTubers have been swatted. It's where you call the police and you say somebody has a gun or there's a hostage situation and the SWAT team arrives. Somebody made a phone call to the American embassy saying that I was holding women at my house. The police arrived. And let me state this now.
That gotta be freaking criminal. What the hell? Are you kidding me? All it takes is for someone to call the daggone police and say that you're holding somebody at gunpoint and they come and kick your daggone car. I mean, your door down? What? Okay, question. After the door is kicked in and if it's found out that you are innocent, the person that made the phone call, are they charged? Are they now responsible for fixing anything that was broken? Because they should be. People just get on my daggone nerves, man. I swear to goodness, people get on my nerves. Just like whoever's fixing that bacon upstairs.
I state this openly to the world. I have absolute respect for the police. I would hate to live in a country where if you call the police saying women are being held against their will, that the police don't respond. That would be terrible. Of course they should come and look. Absolutely. They turned up, they investigated, they realized that nobody was in the house against their will. There was no crime committed. They said, okay, you're not a suspect, but you are a witness to this, along with me, my brother, the housekeeper, the gardener. Everybody who was in the premises at the time was labeled a witness.
Okay, so again, that's from last spring when someone called the cops on him again in Romania saying, hey, he's doing human trafficking. And based on what Andrew Tate says, as you heard, he's saying, no, that was frivolous. That was swatting. The police came and they found nothing going wrong and they filled out the appropriate police paperwork and all was left. So based on what he says, that occurrence of someone calling him in on human trafficking, that was just a case of swatting, something frivolous. Obviously, it's possible he was doing human trafficking and someone calls the cops and he got away with it by saying, like, no, I was swatted. But if you just imagine the world where you take him at face value, he was swatted last spring, last April. So if that happened before, is this new occurrence of him being arrested for human trafficking, is that just another case of swatting? There's a precedence of they've already tried this on him. And it's also possible he is human trafficking. He was then, he is now. I don't know. I don't know him personally. I don't have any inside information on my feel of his character. That's what's happening. So the couple big questions for me is, obviously, some elites want Andrew Tate taken down. They've deplatformed him. And is them arresting him just another attempt to take him down? Or is them arresting him very fruitful, as in he's actually doing human trafficking and they legitimately caught him? I don't know. What's weird is a lot of people on the left are celebrating, like, yeah, he's been arrested for human trafficking. Now, the people on the left, they've largely denied the validity of human trafficking. It's an atrocious problem. I don't think there's anything worse on this planet that could happen aside from human trafficking. So these people deny that it happens. They look at Epstein's client list and well, that doesn't exist. It does exist? Well, we don't care. We don't need to look at that. Like,
that is facts. That's facts. That's facts. How many times have somebody brought up Epstein's list and they like, no, what list? What are you talking about? Epstein? Come on now. Come on with the conspiracy. He's talking about Epstein. What a loser. bringing up Epstein's list. Have some respect for the man. Didn't Epstein commit? I mean, I don't want to say it, but rest his soul. But he's a part of that clique. So they're going to be hiding certain information for certain people. But when you're talking about other people who are against what you believe, then they just want to pile on the information.
Ghislaine Maxwell, she did a lot of human trafficking. She's going to jail. Who'd she traffic the humans to? Literally no one, because we don't want to look at the client list. It's weird how this is now politicized, where the people on the left who deny Epstein's client list, don't care about that, don't care about all the human trafficking that is terrorizing our world, they're celebrating him. So it looks weirdly political. So is it a political hit job, or is it a legitimate law enforcement arrest on valid charges, and therefore they're just politicizing the celebration of it? I don't know, but that's the situation as I know it at this time. Whether he's a scumbag or an innocent man, my hat's off to Andrew Tate for his trolling of Greta Thunberg. I think the world needs more of that.
That's facts. The way he handled her was spot on, man. Like, don't run away from bullies. You stand up to them. And Greta Thunberg being a bully, yeah, she is. She's using her platform to say demeaning things to people, thinking that everyone else is going to jump on the bandwagon simply because this person is unpopular to her following because of the things he says. And she's too young. She has experienced nothing. She has not experienced much at all. But she wants to go toe-to-toe with someone who has done a great deal of things with a great deal of people. And he's giving y'all some truth based off of that experience. Like, sometimes we just need to shut up. Wisdom don't always come the same way. Wisdom don't always come from a old dude with a gray long beard and gray hair. Like, it might also come from someone who just out there living. And by you living in many different countries and doing things that most people won't do or are incapable of doing because they don't have the resources to do them, you know what I mean? They come back and tell the tale. It would behoove us to just listen sometimes, okay, and not be so quick to judge and so quick to just try to get rid of people because you don't relate to what they're speaking about. Clearly, with him being this popular, it's not just because people want to be on his, be meat riding or anything like that. It's because he's actually saying some things that resonates with a bunch of people. And then when they go out there and they use that new knowledge and they see it works for them, then of course, his fan base is going to grow and grow and grow. So people who are against that and have no understanding whatsoever, of course they're going to jump out the window and try to, not physically, not literally, but just jump out there acting like they know what the hell they talking about when they don't. All right, that bacon smells so good. Okay, anyway, y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments below, and if you have yet to hit that sub button or go to the LFRFamily.com channel to ask me about whatever, make sure you do so. Love y'all, man. See y'all in the next video. Peace out.